Now, moving on to the AFC East. This division is probably the most interesting division outside of the AFC North in football because of the way the Miami Dolphins revamped their defense. Now, as far as this division goes, winning, you still have to go with the New England Patriots, especially that Tom Brady got the Deflategate rule overturned and will not be sitting out the first 4 games of the season. That team is loaded once again. You got Gronk healthy. You have, again, loaded on defense. Off on the defensive line linebacker. You're going to have a lot of firepower. That team, as long as Tom Brady's there, Bill Belichick, they're going to make it work. But the defense, I think, is going to be the key to this team. They're young. They're fast. They're just going to be able to shut teams down and really keep the pressure on them. And if Tom Brady's healthy for the whole season, I got this team going 11-5. I know people talk about, oh, Brady's getting older. He's going to finally go downhill. But if he has an offensive line, he's going to throw the ball, guys. He does not get hit a lot. He's going to throw for touchdowns. Nobody can tackle Gronkowski. That combination is absolutely deadly. So I just don't see the Patriots having a downfall, especially after coming out of the Super Bowl and all of the motivation with their cheaters, Deflategate. These guys really don't play fair. They're going to go into this year sticking to the NFL once again, I believe. Now, I believe coming in a very close second is the Miami Dolphins. Them getting the big free agent signing of Ndamukong Suh from the Detroit Lions is incredible. So paired with Cameron Wake, who's at defensive end, they are going to be incredible on defense, I believe, this year. Stuffing the run and really shaking things up. On offense, now they have some pass catchers they rely on. Now they got rid of Michael Wallace, who went to the Vikings, though he's good for dropping a few passes a game. Ryan Tannehill, I think, has got a really good year. Devontae Parker, now he has that wide receiver out of Louisville that they drafted. I believe he's going to be good. Lamar Miller, very good running back. This team is going to, I think, surprise a lot of people now that they have the stud at defensive tackle in Ndamukong Suh. They've been looking for a guy like that who is a playmaker, and they have it now. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this team because they've been close to knocking on the door of the division year after year and making some noise in the playoffs. I think they're going to be right behind the Patriots. Sorry about that, people. Had a little brain lapse. Getting old here. But I think that they're going to really make some noise and be at 10-6 and make the playoffs, be in a wild card position. That team is really interested to see how they play. They might actually win that division. You just never know. So I'll look forward to seeing Ryan Tannehill and how that offensive game matures this year. Now, coming in third, I believe it will be the Buffalo Bills. This team, again, defense. Now that they have Rex Ryan as head coach, we know that Mario Williams on defense. Incredible year he's coming off of. That team is just loaded on defense. But again, so we know the Buffalo Bills have not had a solid quarterback since Jim Kelly. And they have Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Yes. I didn't know he was still in the league, honestly. Tyrod Taylor as the starting quarterback. Wow. Hadn't seen him play since Virginia Tech. That's where things are with the Buffalo Bills. And with him at quarterback, hopefully getting Sammy Watkins. I really want to see him break out this season, but I just don't know. That team is so inept on offense. If they get any offensive production, they would be absolutely dangerous. Them getting a pass touchdown is just going to be a miracle this year. They still have E.J. Miller, backup quarterback. Matt Castle, third string. It is just a mess up there. And I don't know what's going to happen as far as on the offensive end. It's funny that Rex Ryan went from the Jets to the Bills and still in the same predicament. Great defense, horrible offense. So good luck with that, Rex Ryan. But I'm sure you're getting paid and those checks are still coming in. So that only leaves one other team to round up the AFC and that AFC East, and that is your New York Jets. This team, if you saw the offseason, was a nightmare. Sheldon Williams getting suspended once again. This doing dumb things that he's known for, speeding, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, drugs. Then you had one of the players in the preseason, in training camp, break Geno Smith's jaw, and he's at the first month of the season. That is hilarious. How can you have one of your players break the starting quarterback's jaw and the rest of the team kind of be like, well, stuff happens? Because that seems to be what happened with the New York Jets, and they seem to not be a fan of Geno Smith. This team has a lot to do as far as on the offense, and they may be the worst team on offense. They just seem to have a lot of issues. And now they have Bryce Petty at quarterback. I honestly don't know if Bryce Petty is starting quarterback, but he might be. And he is definitely not ready to play. So I'm really fearful of this team as far as how bad they could be, because it is all defense. They do have Todd Bowles, who's the coach now. I believe you give him a few years, he will turn that team around. But they have to draft a quarterback after next year, because Geno Smith seems to not be liked. He's up and down. Every game, you don't know what you're going to get. And we all know at the quarterback position, you have to be reliable. And I want to see if the Jets can finally get some offensive talent. They do have Brandon Marshall at wide receiver, but expect a lot of temper tantrum from him this year. Woo! Pray for him, because if he thinks he's going to get a lot of touchdown passes and a lot of touchdown catches this year, he is absolutely out of his mind. So, yeah, might want to watch after New York Jets games for his rants, because we all know he is one of the most decorated ranters in the NFL. So, yeah, if you're a Jets fan, hope you keep it warm this year, because it's going to be very cold, those football games.